Hello to the side and back. Welcome to Bubbly Toki. I'm your host Tokika Uzuru, also known as Toki. That's Loki but with a T, Toki. And it seems like I've been on some sort of caffeinated beverage, but in actuality, to be honest, this right here, this is herbal tea. It's not really supposed to have caffeine, but we gotta get stuff done, and this actually does not have caffeine. It's herbal tea, as I said. Spearmint lavender. I like it. It's actually supposed to be calming, but right now I'm just all over the place because I don't know why. Well, future reference for right now, if you end up seeing me look that way, or if you hear some sort of noise, it's either them cutting the grass or thunder. What was the other? Right. At the moment that I'm filming this, which I actually... Yeah, the moment of filming this video, I am working on doing research on politics so I can be more informed of the video that I will be filming next week. It's not next week. It's not next week. No, it's not next week. The week after. I'm doing research on politics, specifically the liberal and conservative way of looking at it, so that when I post this video, it doesn't seem one-sided. My phone just vibrated. But that's not what this video is. That's not what this video is. This one is going to be some sort of a rant. More of me just complaining about all of the artist problem videos that I've seen and how none of them are actually like writers' problems. So that's what this video is. Artist problems, but specifically writers' problems. Now, if you haven't already noticed, I classify myself as a writer. I'm not sure if anyone else would, but I write songs, books. Well, I'm actually working on like 2. I'm also writing a bit of a fan fiction, but that's kind of because I wanted to. I had the idea I ended up getting the idea from something else that I read, and I wanted to go ahead and write it. I used to write poems, but I stopped doing that. I don't know why. I liked writing poems. But yeah, these are just the problems that I've either have faced or that I've heard other people that write face. And I'll probably be doing a bit of a description on like what the problem actually is. I can see a whole bunch of leaves just being blown by the wind. We're off on a good start, knowing that this is probably going to end up into a 25-minute video. Listen, if it does, it's not my fault. I keep on getting distracted. Number 1. A blank page is one of the worst things. Sure, you might have like several different ideas, but the moment you see a blank page, either all of those ideas just leave my head. The moment I end up seeing a blank page, either all of those ideas leave my head, or I have so many ideas and I can't put them into words. That has happened several times. That is definitely very strong wind. I'm off topic. Okay. Number 2. Having an idea but nowhere to put it. I've actually had to deal with this just earlier. Um, so I myself watch a lot of different types of YouTubers, such as like beauty bloggers, gamers, um, controversy, what, like, kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. The controversy type YouTubers, the ones that talk about the things that are going on in the tubes of the U. I could also be one of those. Something I ended up realizing about either earlier this week or late last week is that you can actually watch most of my you can listen to most of my videos without actually looking at them, because I'm just talking and there's not really much editing, and I gotta go ahead and move myself up a bit because I am not comfortable. I'm also sitting on my bed, by the way. This glare is getting on my nerves. Right. Having an idea but nowhere to put it. This happened before. I had this idea of an entire story based on Made You Look by Lex. She has a What If series, and her What If series, the one that I'm specifically talking about, was what if Maleficent was the Disney princess and Princess Aurora, aka Sleeping Beauty, was the villain of the story. And I kind of liked the way that she explained what she did in that video. She had the way she did what's her name? Princess Aurora's face. Her eyes were sewn shut. Like she just, it's like the story is she pricked her finger, and one of the after effects of her pricking her finger is apparently having her eyes sewn shut, and that sounds very, very violent. And I thought that would be a great idea to go ahead and write as a story. But I didn't have a journal for me to go ahead and put it into, and I personally write because I write faster than I type. So I wanted to go ahead and write it down, and I didn't have a journal to write it down in, so I just made it into a song, which I may or may not put on here. I just got to figure out exactly what I'm going to do with it. Number 3. Can't explain details or too many details to describe. I've dealt with both of these. Can't explain details, like, well, that's one of the problems I'm having at this very moment. I probably should have written this out a bit more. But you have a specific character in mind, and you can't explain how their face looks, so you basically think, oh, let's go ahead and use like this person as a reference, but they have this instead of what the person has, and that instead of what the person has, and then it ends up looking like a complete another different person altogether. Or there's too many details that you don't know where to start. Do we start with the thing that you'll end up seeing first if you go ahead and look at them for the first time? Or is it like one of those, they're actually paying attention to these several different things on that would describe them? How do you do descriptions? If anyone has a question on how you do that, I'm using another freaking thing to help me out here so I can straighten up. If someone can go ahead and help me with descriptions, that'd be fine. I know I said that I am a writer, and but I also said I classify myself as a writer because I write. Number 4, understanding other artists' problems. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier when I said there's so many different artists' problems, like drawing artist problems or animating artist problems. And as much as I'm sitting here like, yeah, some of these I can actually understand, like I've gone through them. The whole artist block or writer's block thing. Yes, that's actually one of the things that I have in this list and now don't have to talk about later. Yay. We're cutting down time. It's like, I understand I understand the struggle is real. The struggle is truly real. Well, you have to go ahead and put several different... I can't explain it because I'm getting so into the fact that this is a rant video. Great. Number 4, needing a break to work on another project. This is why I have several different projects that I work on at once. Like just earlier, I do research every day on something. Whether it's, again, what I'm doing, what I'm going to do for the next, well, for the rest of this week and the most of next week, I'm doing a crash course on government and politics. So I can have a more informed opinion when I do that video later on. But I've also been doing research on astrology, and I haven't really gotten... I paused on that because I had to do something else. And then there are, like, other things that I'm researching that I'm not going to go ahead and talk about in this video because either controversial or it's going to end up getting me in trouble. Not with YouTube or to just... There's going to be a lot more questions that I'm going to end up having to answer. And although I don't feel like answering them right now, I'm going to end up answering later on. Probably. Maybe. If this actually takes off. I don't know. But I work on several different things. Because I need a break from this just to go ahead and work on this. And that's why it's going to be taking me about 10 to 15 business days to actually get, this research on government and politics done. You'd think government and politics would actually be less controversial than they are right now, but it's one of those things that you can and I might end up getting demonetized for. It's not that I monetize my videos now. I mean, you have to have a certain amount of subscribers and annual watch time to be able to do that. This is how you know I've done way too much research on this. Next one. Working on several projects at once. Again, this goes into you need a break from one project. So either you start on or you try to finish or you work on another project. I have at least 2 different stories that I'm working on. One fan fiction, one original story. I have at least 3 different song ideas that I'm slowly working on because, yes, I got back into writing songs again after not doing so because I kept on writing them and I had nowhere to put them and now I have a place to put them. Oh my gosh. And then, as I stated earlier, I stopped one research project to go ahead and go on to another one. how am I able to keep up with this? I'm not even, I keep looking that way because that's where I put my journal this time, because it's a lot easier for me to look at instead of looking that away, because I said if I was looking that away, it's probably thunder or someone cutting the grass outside, or me pointing out that that's exactly what's going to end up happening. Next one, late night and or midnight ideas. One of the best ways for me to explain this issue is a lyric, a specific line out of Ed Sheeran's song Homeless. I get inspired at 2:45 a.m. Or, yeah. I feel inspired at 2:45 a.m. Late night and or midnight ideas, because now you have to wake up and either turn on the light, write it down, or just turn on whatever you work on and write it down. Kudos to if you actually use like some sort of electronic. Me, I personally, again, I have to write it down because I write quicker than I type. I will also have to record it if it's a song and like a melody or something, and that's just not really, you can't really do that in like a suburban area at like 2 in the morning. You end up getting a song idea and it's a song that's going to be like upbeat and like loud, and you can't do that. I already talked about artists and or writer's block, and oh my gosh, that's actually, I'm done. I didn't realize that I didn't write too much for that one, probably because I paused on working on that list to go ahead and work on something else, and that's exactly what I've been talking about this entire time. Again, you would think that I'm on something, but in actuality, no, I'm the most chill that I've been all week. And in fact, I probably didn't get enough sleep last night, in which that's not a good idea. Why did I decide it was a good idea to do a video or not actually go to bed before I have to do a video? Usually I would get about 6-7 hours of sleep. Last night I think I ended up getting about 5 hours 30 minutes. Not including having to wake up in the middle of the night. My body is also sore because I had to go ahead and move like this large appliance, so we can go ahead and have bulk trash pick it up. And like my body is still kind of sore from that, but I also do daily workouts, so it kind of doesn't make it any better. I tried stretching my body out afterwards, like when I got back to where I usually sleep, and like did a complete stretch routine. That's not exactly what we're supposed to be talking about. We're supposed to be ending this video, but I'm putting small pieces of my life into these videos now, which kind of makes me a bit scared. I don't understand why I should be, my eye itches. Okay. So before I go off on another tangent, let's go ahead and end this the way I usually do. Stereotypical YouTuber outro. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. It's a free country. At least, you don't have to, but if you feel inclined to do so, you know, you can do so. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine to me. Exactly what was that frickin' voice? Nonetheless, we gotta end it. Any type of updates outside of what I've already spoke about? Right, I will be filming the video that is the main reason I hit my leg right there. The video that is the reason why I'm doing research on government and politics. That video will be filmed on the 21st. And I will also make public an entire playlist of videos either by said organization or by other people that have talked about this specific organization. And if you don't like, and it shows you, one, where I got most of my information from, two, the fact that other people are talking about this, and I didn't think anyone would, because I personally thought, if they got this far, why didn't anyone stop them? You could say, ooh, we're not going to go ahead and talk about that, but that's just something that I'm getting way too into, and I gotta end this video now before it actually does become 25 minutes. So, my next video might be the most boring video because it will be about the stuff that I've learned about politics and how the government actually works, at least in the US. And who knows? I might end up making it one of the most entertaining things that you have watched about government and politics. And that's about it. That is literally about it. Time to end it. This has been Bubbly Toki, signing out. Bye!